the the these objects, not necessarily the divine part. Does that make sense? The focus
Yeah.
is on the objects.
Yeah.
Um, Duty to the divine is going to be also another connection to the goddesses, but this one is for collecting another currency in the game. But the reason is um, for truth. These fragments will, once assembled, reveal an ultimate truth that is very integral to the plot for the game.
For that last question that you asked us, I wrote, "Can be blind to the truth."
Mm,
Or I think that was my flaw.
gotcha. So this is one you don't want then. So this person will want to answer this the secret, and it may not be what this thing is solving is not necessarily going to be something that, oh, this is something unknown, everybody wonders it. It may be the truth about something that is everyone thinks is fact. Does that make sense? So it could be a world-changing thing.
Well, then that kind of fits.
Okay.
Because, like, if I'm blind, like the population,
Oh, yeah, I gotcha. So the tribal backstory is, this one is unique out of the four. So this person is going to have a racial restriction.
Is it Tabaxi?
The racial restriction is you're going to be a half-breed of either of the tribes. So you have to be a half Tabaxi, a half dwarf, or a half human.
Oh.
You get to pick what the other half is, and you get to pick what of the three that half is.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I don't know what you guys already have in your heads. When we get to the trading items and the actual building, you guys can.
You made that very interesting now.
Yes, and I purposely didn't reveal answers, just so there'd be a little mystery. And then lastly, we have the historian. So this person is super intrigued with events that are happening in the world around them, and has a manifesto that they will carry with them. And this will have several pages in it, many pages in it, that may just be fluff, or maybe little parts that you can dive into to help the party in certain quests with certain NPCs. So,
what was this one called?
The Historian.
Historian.
So you'll get the manifesto with this, and no one else will be able to read that this is your book. But the manifesto, your character, this is like your part of your life goal, is this thing of accurately recording. So you're also going to be in charge of accurately recording the party's doings and major world events you're going to want to put in this manifesto, because your plan with this manifesto is like your living legacy, but also like the first almanac. You know what I'm saying? Like first encyclopedia, of
Sure.
records of the world. So, Kyle, I believe.
Yes, sir.
You were first for initiative, right?
Yep.
So, what do you want?
Honestly, I kind of like one of the first two.
So
just for who it is.
How this is gonna work, though, you pick. The next
Right.
person who goes can
Could take
steal
it, yeah.
yours or take anything from the list. And if someone steals yours, you instantly get the next pick. And then the third person goes, and they can steal either the two or the two remaining, and so forth. And so
Oh,
forth. So
I have an advantage then.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
the low score
yeah.
is better. Yep.
Yeah.
Now you guys can. I'll let you guys do it. If you guys want to discuss what you want, or if you want to play that thing.
We can play that. That's fine. I already, wherever I end up is fine. I just think I like the first two in terms of just off the cuff, ripping it. And I'm actually leaning more towards with the first one, where it's
Treasure Hunter.
yeah, just because I think I could dig that. If I don't end up being that, that's fine. But I like it. Just
Dig
off
for it.
Yeah. So I'll say that one for now, and we'll see where I end up.
Okay. So Kyle picked treasure hunter. Okay. And next we go to who was next? Was it Ryan?
I was.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this might get yanked out, but I will choose the tribal.
Okay.
And if you really want that one, like, yank it. You know.
All right. And then that was 61. Next would be Andrew. Do you want to steal or take from the list?
I kind of feel like I'll be very suited towards historian.
Okay. And Dylan.
Can you reread the explanation of the duty to the divine?
Yeah. So there was. I'm trying to be vague because I want it to be a mystery for everyone else.
Yeah.
So there is a truth that will be known to whoever collects certain items.
Okay.
And it'll pretty much right a wrong in the world. And it's in fragments, and this person will know about these when other people may not know about it. So when these opportunities come up, this person is going to want to urge the party to get these, because your tie-in would be being fascinated with uncovering the truth about the divine and like this world thing.
Yeah, I'll take duty to the divine.
Okay.
Well, that worked out.
Yeah. I thought I was
Now-
the tribal, but
Now I just want to know what's Ryan gonna pick. Is he gonna pick like a half human tabaxi, or is he gonna pick a dwarf
No.
tabaxi where he's a midget with a beard and fur?
half shroud, half bane.
So dwarf and tabaxi.
Dwarf tabaxi. Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
the,
So
so you're only gonna
I'll be a
have
very stubby lion.
so just for clarification on this, so you're gonna have so one of your parents was in one of the tribes, only one of them.
Uh-huh.
The other one wasn't. It could be, so say you wanted to be half shroud, that would mean you're half tabaxi. The other parent could be a dwarf, but they're not going to be a dwarf part of the bane.
Okay.
So
My
there
parent
are
would definitely-
there are
yeah, my parent
tabaxi
would
that
definitely be
aren't
the
shroud. There are dwarfs who aren't bane, and there are humans who aren't revenant.
do like a half tabaxi, half tiefling, so you have horns and you can just gore the shit out of people.
red fur devil cat.
Yeah, I guess. My relative or whoever would definitely be in the shroud, though.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a tough choice between the two divine ones. I was really trying to.
Yeah.
They're kind of similar, but
Because the
at this
first,
stage, what you know.
without giving too much away, the first one was the seeking out the objects, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, treasure hunter. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
And then the duty to the divine one was seeking out a truth.
Yeah, it's more. It's going to be things you're collecting as well, but it's more for the truth. The treasure hunter is the currency that will benefit everybody. Does that make sense? But you're
Okay.
going to have some privy information about the specifics of it. Is everybody happy?
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. And like I said, those will go into detail whenever on a one-on-one basis. So I'll turn it over to you guys. What do you think of your characters? What do you want to share? What do you got?
I mean, I'll go because I've talked with a couple of you about this. I kind of really want to do a like human fighter who's in like his 40s or early 50s, and has seen every single horseman come and go, and it's just like that's why the Duty of the Divine really kind of stuck with me because he like wants to know why all this terrible shit's happening. Like he has severe PTSD. Like he like can't stand the thought of losing any more companions or friends or anything like that. Fighter, honestly, Duty to the Divine. I could also go Barbarian Zealot. But I feel like with the human fighter, with his age, I would honestly like sacrifice dexterity and put my third best stat into wisdom, or even my second best stat into wisdom, just for character meaning.
Yeah.
And like fighters, I feel like are severely underused in general, especially the I think they're like conquerors or captains, the ones that can like give orders to the rest of the party and give them boons.
Oh, is that Battlemaster or shoot? I know what you're talking about.
Where you get that extra die
Yeah,
you can roll.
Battlemaster.
It's Battlemaster. Yeah. Yeah, those are fun.
Yeah.
And you get combat maneuvers too, I think, right?
Combat maneuvers. I can do all sorts of shit honestly with the with the things I get. Like I can impose advantage or disadvantage on either you guys or enemies. I can frighten people, parries, like push, rally. Like there's actually a lot in here.
What's your approximate age?
Shit. Kind of depends. I think like 50 is a little too old, so probably like late 40s, like 45 maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I just need approximate. Okay.
I'm just because this is me, and I think everyone kind of knows this is me. I'm kind of always been, I guess, wizard. I suppose that's just part of it. I have been curious and wondering though, because if technically we pick a character that does have an age that is so long, you know, technically they've been there for many years, and they could have been like the horseman could have just been a very last minute blip of their life at the moment. You know, kind of thing. Like for instance, if it were elves, it's like elves have been around there for at least 100 years or so, and then the apocalypse came in like at the last segment, you know, for them.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean,
the only problem would be old is fine. The only problem would be is if you want to be too young.
No.
Does that make sense? So as long as
I was worried about him being too old.
No, that's not going to be an issue at all.
Okay.
Just don't put him towards the mortality end. You know, like don't
almost
put them,
dead.
Oh
yeah.
No.
Like they can be older, but just have them decently enough where they got a couple decades left in them. You know.
Yeah.
Do you guys mind if I take this real quick? My wife's calling me, and she never calls me ever.
That's fine.
Sure.
That's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
So a lot of the stuff that I wrote down after the music and stuff, you know, maybe I just still had too much in my mind of some of the other things I was thinking about. But one of my ideas was like a redemption paladin tabaxi that was like related to somebody high up in the pride in some way, and knows that the relationship between the Shroud and the Bane need to be mended before they can defeat the Horsemen. Another one was like Bobcat, Cleric of the Grave, who grew up in like kind of a family loyal to Savadine, even after the disappearance of the goddess. And because I was like probably higher up in the reincarnation hierarchy, when I did something bad, I was reincarnated as a Bobcat, and now my character is kind of like a counselor to those who are unhappy with their current reincarnation.
Okay.
But those would both I think the Redemption Paladin might fit like some of my stuff that I got a lot better with the tribal and things like that.
So you're half Shroud, and then what's the other half?
I mean, probably just half dwarf, even if they're not in the Bane or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. You still like that? Okay. A short little. Yeah. Okay.
a short, stubby little lion. Yeah.
That's great. Legs are about 4 inches long.
Do you take the 25
It's
movements?
it's like if you breeded like a lion with a corgi, you know, like.
Now I just imagine the chibi arc, the cute little chibi arc.
Andrew, what was your race? Human?
You see, like, if I picked human, I wasn't initially leaning towards human because I do when I do that, I feel like I'd be metagaming a little bit because it's like just getting the stats and getting all the 12s and 14s. So I still think elf would probably be his thing.
Elf or half elf?
Elf.
Full elf?
E-L-F.
Okay. So Ryan, are you wanting to make the decision for class once Kyle, or are you wanting to make it now?
No,
or-
I can wait to hear what he says. Yeah.
Cool.
But I definitely, I think I'd be pretty happy with either of those two. The grave, the grave one is kind of like the intermediary between life and death. Like, so I think that's kind of cool for the way that the Shroud have that reincarnation factor, and but like I really like the redemption paladin as well.
Okay. Hope everything's okay with Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does
don't know,
anybody
want
to go into some specifics about stuff you already know?
I don't know. I was kind of thinking about Druid as well, but it doesn't. Yeah, I'll stick with the fighter. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I definitely do want to go Battle Master fighter. Kind of meta. I think it's always a good idea to have someone who can just be not tanky, but like just run in there and get people into melee and like hold them up for the medium or long range characters to do their thing. And honestly, my like magical items I got kind of really like fit greatly into that as well.
Okay.
I need to trade out that belt. Do you want the belt?
Yeah, we'll do the trades once he comes back. So Ryan, something I want to ask you. Did you ask your player that does the artistry if they would be willing to do it? Because
I hadn't mentioned
photo, it's better than the artist I've got.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I hadn't mentioned. Oh, I can't remember. Oh no, you know what? I did mention it to him. Yeah, I did. And she was pretty excited about it.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
I keep saying he and she because she's like a female to male trans, and
Oh, okay. Because
I've only had like two. I've only had like 2 sessions with them, so I just keep in my mind when I'm.
Okay.
I keep fucking it
Can
up.
you
Yeah.
reach out to I don't know what
to
pronoun to give it.
he,
Them.
yeah, to he,
Them.
to he, to
To
he, to
them.
them. Yeah, they go by them, he, but yeah, to them. I'll reach out to them for sure.
Okay. Yeah, and see if next Tuesday at our
Uh-huh.
our time, if they're willing to come in, because you guys are going to be doing some homework on your characters.
Yeah.
If they can make it, if not, we can just send it to them.
I'll ask him, and I think that he would be definitely all right with doing it.
If
He's having a lot. Yeah, I think he'll be available. He's like 19 years old. He sits around at home a lot.
So what is this that you're talking about? Like this art you're saying?
Art for our characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you shared an image. Is this a picture?
Oh yeah, you want to see it?
Yeah.
This is an image that he did of their character in my Curse of Strahd game, who happens to be a tabaxi.
Oh, I've seen that one then. Yeah. the tiny little
with
tucky-eared one.
yeah, with the puffy ears
Yes,
and stuff.
I've
yeah.
seen that.
Yeah.
So if this person is not willing to do it, obviously they're not going to get paid, and it's got to be done before the show can start. So by July, all 4 would need to be done by July 10th.
I would probably offer him some money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. That'd be great, because that's definitely a higher quality than the art. When you're looking for free people, you can only be so choosy,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
My relative that did the HotA symbol that flips, like all the graphic stuff, she is doing another character for HotA 2 for me. She's getting ready to go to Europe for like 3 months, so she's not going to be able to do the commitment, but she's freaking phenomenal, so good. But so it's going to have to be a following campaign if she does it. But so I was really hoping we'd stumble upon someone else. I mean, he's good, but he's not that good.
I'll definitely ask.
I mean, I can show you some of my stuff if you ever wanted to see it.
Sure. Yeah, I'm not against that. I forgot you did
graphic
stuff
design.
too. Yeah. So it only needs to be a bust.
A headshot.
For the token. If you guys, whoever does it, if they want to do a full body and then we crop it down to that, we can use that stuff on like the website or whatever. But the only thing that's needed when the game starts is the token stuff that'll fit in the token to start.
Yeah, because it also depends on what style you want. Because I do different styles depending on what people request.
And I'm okay
And-
too with you guys deciding. You know, if Ryan's person wants to draw him up, I'll have this guy draw up, and you can draw some up, and you guys pick what you like out of all of them.
Oh yeah.
I'm cool with whatever. I think one artist for all four would make it
Uniform.
uniform.
Cohesive. Yeah.
But I don't care. It's about what you guys want. Kyle, so where you at, man, for your character? What are you thinking?
Yeah, sorry, I had to step away there, guys. I thought
Oh, no worries. Yeah.
the wife never calls
Yeah.
from work.
Gotta
And,
answer the wife, man.
Yeah. She works in the hospital too, so I'm always like, is there like something going on? Like, I don't know. So anytime she calls, I'm like expecting their own horseman of apocalypse going on down.
Is everything okay
She
though?
works down at, yeah, she's fine. She works down at Johns Hopkins, which is down in Baltimore. So I always just like expect the worst if something like that, because there's just crazy down there. But anyway, no, it's fine. Thank you for asking. You know, when I was answering all the questions, and Sean, I even dropped this dime on you before how non-decisive in terms of decisions I am. I answered this as just my character, the person, almost without having a class to it, just to see it works both ways.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Ryan, I didn't hear what you were.
Leaning towards Redemption Paladin,
Okay, all right.
but I could change that.
Yeah, you know, it's no, man. I don't want anyone to change just because of what I pick or something.
So we got a fighter and a wizard, possible paladin. So what are you guys looking at for team composition? What do you guys want? You want more damage? You want another tank?
I think
I will-
utility.
I will say this. I have two things that I'm dead set on. It's
Okay.
one of these two. So maybe you guys, as a team effort, and I'm cool with either one. Like I just want to like. My comfort zone is monk. We'll just go and we'll just fuck shit up, and that's fine. And literally any monk, it doesn't pick one, doesn't fucking matter. But my outside of my comfort zone that I kind of want to try because it is that way is a bard. Never played one, and in particular a glamour one. Just because I will just flamboyant the shit at. I will probably be over the top, which could be amazing. So here's where I'm at in terms of. I think either one of those. I could be a monk and be super this to be entertaining, or I can just be a bard and just be entertaining all the time.
I think you should do bard personally.
It's difficult. I mean,
How do you guys feel about bard and paladin in the party, though? I'm not saying no. I'm just wanting your feedback.
I can combine the two. I could be a glamour bard and be a fucking WWE wrestler or some shit. Like I'll combo all of that together.
Well,
you know?
I mean, because Ryan was saying he's leaning towards paladin. So if he did paladin and you picked bard, how do you guys feel about the two of them in one party?
I don't
Well, I
see the
could-
problem.
I could.
I
go
don't
the
see a
other-
problem.
I could go the other way too, and instead of wanting to mend the relationship between the Shroud and the Bane, I could be like an assassin who wants to finally kill that last fucking dwarf. If you wanted more damage or whatever, but
I don't see the problem with
That
having
becomes
a bard
kind
and
of
a
like
paladin.
no, I don't either.
Yeah.
Okay. No, yeah, I just want to make sure.
I see it this way as a group dynamic. If I look at the four of us and I'm a monk, I see we're gonna have fun times, but I feel like the overall theme is very serious.
Yeah.
We're very serious adventures. And if I go slap a bard into that bottom corner, we're serious with a weird guy, but in a good way, a good weird. But
I mean, you
for
could
the
totally be like Drunken Master.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. I was like, you can't do that.
I can get a little combo of that. I mean, I'm open to suggestions because I will be honest. I've thought about both, and then I was told to be a zero. I'm very confused right now.
At the end of the day, what I always say is like play what you're going to enjoy the
Yep.
most.
Yep.
And what you're going to be most comfortable in
I
instead
say
of
go
trying
with
to
your gut.
fill a spot. Yeah.
On the flip side of that, if I'm a fighter and Ryan's a paladin, and then we have a wizard, that's a lot of damage getting put out. I think that meta-wise, having a utility, illusion, glamour character, yeah.
Oh, the
Would be
wizard.
awesome.
The wizard's
Yeah, it'd
not.
be
The
awesome.
wizard's not a damager. Don't think of him as a damager.
Fuck it.
But
I love it. If everyone's cool with Glamour Bard, I'm cool with Glamour Bard because that's
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel good about it. I feel good. I'm just Monk is always there. Monk is just my. It's just my. I love monks. That's just my thing.
I mean, yeah, and I mean, I'd be happy with you being a monk because then the belt could be used, and Tavern Brawler makes a lot of sense for your
Yeah, take the items into
your
consideration.
thing. Because yeah, you've got
a glamour bard definitely fits with Tavern Brawler too, because you're probably offending some people by how beautiful you think you are. You know?
I'm not gonna lie. That kind of came up when I looked at it. I was like, yeah, if it does come to fisticuffs, I can kind of protect myself a little bit. No, I mean I'm cool and you know a combination of the two can be done in terms of how I play it out, and I could still be flamboyant and
Oh wow, that's really good, man.
It really all depends on what you want for style.
I might even WWE it out just a little bit, like just to be over the top and insult people and be like, and just get into it. But yeah, you're good. I might have entrances into our fights with hesitation.
I think you should go Bard, personally.
Okay. I dig it.
Bards are always interesting characters to have in the party.
Bards are awesome.
Okay.
I've never played with a Glamour Bard either. They're one of the newer ones, aren't they?
Yes.
I think they're from Xanthars, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you think that's I mean, I'm open to suggestions with that too. I mean, lore is always the go-to because the spells, I could just start picking spells from everywhere and just be stupid and amazing. Obviously, the other ones are more flavorful in terms of specifics. Glamour is, I can throw HP at people, I can charm people, I dazzle people. Way later on, you get a wicked mantle of make everyone just love you and think you're amazing, which they should do that anyway. But I'll have
that's only level 6, man. That ain't too far down the line.
Yeah.
Yep.
The lore one for the spells. I mean, the swords one's okay. I just think it's
mostly rogue.
Yeah, I'm not really feeling that one so much.
Yeah.
Whispers, I feel like that's more of like a Yuan-Ti snake, kill everyone, assassin kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, and what's the other one? Valor? There's
Valor.
Yeah, the Valor,
Yeah, Valor and Lore in the main handbook.
And Valor is more slashy too, right?
Yeah.
So it really just boils down to lore for spells, glamour for flavor, I guess.
I think the glamour thing, honestly, like, illusions are as good as you make them. Like, if you're imaginative enough and you get a great illusion that can scare the shit out of someone, like, fuck yeah, that's probably gonna, destabilize them more than stabbing them or whatever.
All right.
I am
so just
back.
Go with the gut. I thought Glamour Bard off the rip. Just stick with it. All right.
Yeah.
Andrew, those are really good.
Oh, thanks.
Sure. Yeah, that's incredible.
I love the dragon-looking guy up in the top right.
Yeah,
those tabaxi are really awesome too, actually.
I'm totally okay with keeping it in-house too. I had no idea you were at that level. That's really, really good, man.
Oh, thanks. And the Dragonborn is that's Critical Role. That's the barkeep.
Oh wow! Did you submit that?
Mm-hmm, I did.
Did they?
Dude, these are amazing.
Did it get put on stream?
It did.
What?
Oh man, awesome! That's cool.
These are amazing, dude. Are you serious right now? Like, I think I saw your Tabaxi one before, and even then I was like, that's...
Oh, yeah. I just threw the sketches because you mentioned Tabaxi, so I was like, this is what they can do.
Get ready for some stubby Tabaxi, man.
Yeah, dude, that's phenomenal. Wow. I had no idea you were that good. Wow.
If given enough time, it can get higher, but like I said, I don't know how much time we got.
Are you willing to do the 4 portraits?